12 degrees with the wind chill. So congratulations to those of you who made it. Folks at home, you are so lucky to be in the warmth of your own studios. And thank you so much to the Hoboken Public Library for allowing us to have these hybrid classes called Art with Liz. I am Liz, and I'm thrilled to welcome everyone to the month of February, which is in the United States of America called African American History Month. This is the month in which we honor and celebrate the work of African American folks in our country. The contributions of African American peoples has been considerable to the history and culture of this country. And because this is a visual arts class, we are going to look at the visual art contributions of African American artists. We're going to start with an artist today who's a little bit controversial, and I'm going to get into that controversy when we look at and discuss his work. He is African American. He was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1976. So to me, he's a youngster. His name is Hank Willis Thomas, and we are going to start by looking at a slideshow of his work. We're going to talk about it, whether we like it or not. We're going to share some of his process and ideas, and then I'm going to offer an art project for you to do related to his work. So here we go. I'm going to share the screen. And this is your time, participants, to share your thoughts and ideas about what you think about the artist's work. Hank Willis Thomas, he is an American sculptor and photographer. Here we go. So again, he was born in Brooklyn. Oh, sorry, no, take that back. He's based in Brooklyn. So erase the born in Brooklyn idea, duh. He was born in Plainfield. He's one of our own. Plainfield, New Jersey, right here in New Jersey. His father, Hank Thomas, is or was, I don't know if his parents are still living, a jazz musician. And his mother, Deborah Willis, also photographer, curator, and educator. Thomas attended the Duke Ellington School of the Arts as a museum studies student. He holds a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Photography and Africana Studies from New York University that he received in 1998, and a master's and a Master of Fine Arts in Photography and Visual Criticism from the California College of the Arts that he received in 2004. In 2017, he received an honorary doctorate, maybe 2 doctorates, from the Maryland Institute College of Art, yes, and another one from the Institute for Doctoral Studies in the Visual Arts. In 2024, as an alum from the California College of the Arts, Thomas received an honorary doctorate from that institution. So he's got a lot of credentials. Let's look at his art. He is singularly focused on the role and the visual image of the African male in American culture and the way African men are portrayed in media in the United States of America, particularly in ways that violence and police brutality is visited upon Black men in our culture. And you can really see that in his work. He, I guess, is primarily a photographer, but has come to sculpture as another way of expressing his concepts and ideas. He His work focuses on framing and context. He explores ideas about how history and culture are framed, who does the framing, and how this affects our interpretation of reality. In his work, he focuses on speaking about popular culture and does so by using a variety of different mediums. He specifically likes to use photography because of the way you can edit a photograph, which can be a way of retelling history. He's also said he's influenced by Carrie James Marshall, a great African American artist whom we have spoken about quite a bit in the past, many times in this class. So I don't know the title of each individual piece that I'm going to show, but this is a bound arm and hand. I'm pretty sure all of the images I'm going to show you today are of hands. He focuses a lot on the image of the hand, particularly hands that are either chained or hands that are expressing violence or reactions to violence being perpetrated on bodies. They tend to be very realistic. This obviously is the fist, which is the universal symbol for protest. And this is a print. He's done many collaborative works that have been displayed throughout the United States and the world. His work is owned by many museums, including big ones here in the United States. He's been shown at the Museum of Modern Art, the Guggenheim Museum, the Brooklyn Museum, the Whitney Museum of American Art, the High Museum of Art in Atlanta, and the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. The Hong Kong Art Center, the Bilbao Museum in Spain, the Guggenheim Museum, Bilbao in Spain, the International Center of Photography in New York, etc. So this, I believe, is part of a permanent exhibition. Let me see if I can find where it's located. These are individuals, I believe, with their hands up in reaction to what police officers are telling them to do. So this may be the permanent public artwork that is on display in Florida, but don't quote me on this. I have seen parts of this in museums in New York City. I saw this at the Whitney Museum of Art, the American Museum of Art in New York City. It's moving. It's incredibly moving and powerful piece of art. It really makes you think about what it must feel like to be stopped by police officers just because of the way you look. At any time during class, if you have a reaction to the artist's work that you'd like to share, please feel free. So these are bronzes. This is a male African-American figure, I believe, being stretched in bondage. Torturous is the word I would use to describe it. The artist is really getting his idea across. It's quite a design feat to be able to get this piece of artwork to balance. I think it's quite extraordinary. The fact that it's attached to the walls, of course, is key to getting it to balance, but it's really beautifully designed.
What do you think of the arm supporting the upper body?
It's pretty wonderful. What do you think, Ken?
Well, it really draws my attention because that looks like a point of support.
Yes.
It looks very thin, but
It
there's
is.
still some musculature. Like this person, is still, strong. That arm is skinny, but it's still, a basis for support. Otherwise, he would be much more, pain and suffering if he didn't have that one point connected to the ground holding him up. So, I mean, if I want to freely interpret, I would think about it as, despite all the suffering, he's got something that gives him some sense of groundedness, connection to something that supports him. And it could be symbolic, I suppose. It could be totally internal to his psychology. But he's not totally passive and unresisting. He might be able to get through this.
Wow.
This is.
And folks at home, I hope you could hear what Ken was saying. He's saying the fact that this person is supported by the one arm could possibly be conveying a sense of hope and strength, that this person is able to support almost his entire body through that one arm.
And it may be instinctive, but he's not totally passive and given up.
Right.
He's not,
Well, there, I agree with that this figure is not passive in any way. The struggle in the body is highly visible, I think, by the twist and tension in the torso of the figure, in the way the legs are stretched and straining. But the pain must be, if you think about if that were a real person, the pain must be excruciating.
Yeah, the body is still fighting to maintain its integrity.
Okay. The body is still fighting to maintain and survive and keep its integrity. The life force prevails. Wow. And the virtuosity of this piece, to me, draws me to it. The fact that he's chosen to balance it on that one hand is what draws me to want to look at it more and more and more.
It's almost like a gymnast,
Yes. Yep.
And it kind of says to me anyway that there's that latent potential, no matter who you think you are or who other people think you are. There's something in there that can come out when you need it. I mean, maybe that's
which can also be a metaphor for African American struggle in this country.
Yeah.
The desire to continue to believe in the promise of the United States, no matter what has been done to you as a person. Wow, deep. We're getting very deep today. I love it. All right, let's keep going. So I included this picture not only because I think these hands are so extraordinarily beautiful, but I wanted you to see the size that his work sometimes achieves or attains. These are huge. I'm not sure what these are made out of. They've got to be some kind of plastic material. You know, the big woman in Jersey City, what I call the shush woman on the waterfront in Jersey City. It's probably that same kind of plastic polymer compound, because these have to be relatively lightweight to be hung on a wall like this. But they're very large. I don't know where this is, unfortunately, but I think they're so beautiful. Very soft, gentle gesture of the hand, each hand touching the other, and they're incredibly realistic.
You know, I'm just reminded of what is it, Sistine Chapel,
Yes,
but it's a different kind of
gesture.
gesture.
Yes.
It has a different emotional, social meaning than other gesture.
This to me, as opposed to the Sistine Chapel where God is touching Adam and gifting life to Adam, this is more about love and caring and compassion and
Yeah, it doesn't have the same hierarchical.
right. And I feel it's male female because of the size of the hands, but I could be wrong. The lower hand to me looks more female, and the upper hand looks male. There's no dominant submissive feeling to it, though. Frequently, his figures are emerging from the ground. Um, I'm sorry, Alina. This is bronze. So this is cast bronze. Yes, so he probably built it from clay first, and then it was reproduced in a cast, probably made into wax, and then fired in a kiln where they poured bronze into the cast.
Is that most of the figure?
This is the entire piece, except the hands. This one, you cannot see the hands.
So I wonder what the is of they just upstairs.
I may have a full photo of this one, but this one I included, I think, because I'm really moved by the face. So Thomas has been an acting visiting professor in California, Maryland Institute College of Art, Bard, Yale, Princeton, Birmingham Museum of Art, and the Musée de Caille Branly in Paris. He gets around. So this, I believe, is glass. I'm just guessing, but for me, very much about race. Peace comes when black and white join together, but that is my interpretation. Wish he was here to talk to us.
So it really says they're not complete unless they're together.
I'm sorry, could you repeat, Ken?
They're not going to be complete and functional and whole unless they're together, working together like that.
So Ken is saying we cannot achieve peace until we are complete and whole and working together.
Yeah, we're going to be dysfunctional.
Otherwise, we're dysfunctional. I like the way it's translucent and transparent, and the black can be seen through the clear white. I think that's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's beauty, contrasting composites.
Yes.
So you can't get that beauty if you only had it, one way.
You cannot achieve that beauty if you only have it one way.
Yeah, we're not nearly as interesting.
Beautiful words from you today, Ken. Thank you. Nice shadow too in this one, right? All right, so this is the one I believe I saw at the American Museum of Art, the Whitney Museum in New York City, National. So his work comes in all different sizes. Sorry that the image is so blurry. And we spoke about the larger piece, so I'm not going to dwell on this one. So, controversy. This is one of his controversial pieces. This one is in Boston, and it is called The Embrace. And it is in honor of Dr. and Coretta Scott King. It is them, and it is based on a photograph in which Coretta Scott King is embracing and hugging Dr. King after he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Peace. A lot of people do not like this because it doesn't show their faces. So it's not representational. Some people find it to be erotic in shape. I'm not going to go into why they think that. And so it sparked a lot of mixed reactions when it went through its unveiling. That seems to have died down. This is a bronze. It's quite large, like people can walk underneath it. And again, the hands in the embrace seem to play a very important role. It's where his focus and emphasis resides. So a cousin of Coretta Scott King, Seneca Scott, initially criticized the sculpture, but then stated because it was funded by private donations and that it was meant to inspire change, admitted that her initial anger stemmed from grief and a misunderstanding of what the artist was trying to achieve, and later kind of accepted it for an interpretation by the artist. So people, I guess, are starting to come around to accepting it. He's also been controversial about a few photographs he's created. He's been accused of plagiarism by two South African photographers who claim that he has modified backgrounds from photographs exhibited in South Africa. Thomas has defended himself by saying what he has done was akin to sampling or remixing. And I didn't find those photographs. Maybe some of you could find them to show us during class. But it didn't seem, so sorry, everyone. it didn't seem to fit with the theme of this class, so I'm not going to dwell on that. All right, so that's the end of our slideshow about Hank Willis Thomas, our local artist. I love that he was born in Plainfield. Brenda. Yes, I'm sorry.
With your hands, yeah, the two hands, the shirt by the man and the woman.
Yes. Oh,
Chicago.
the two white hands are at the O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. Thank you for finding that for us. Oh, what a great place for that sculpture to be. Terrific. So our focus today for our artwork is there anyone who wants to add more about Mr. Thomas? Do you want to say anything about his work?
I just want to
Ken.
that last
Yes.
to make it look the way it does. Because I think I found a photo so that was an easier read of what was going on. So you can see that it's a joint. Here, my immediate reaction was that it was protective. You know, it wasn't clear to me that it was meant a joyful moment or reference. And
Yes.
I wonder if he intended a certain amount of enigma to it for the viewers to look at and ponder. I don't know.
Well, I think for me, the definition of great art is it should have a concept. It should showcase the artist's skill. And third, what makes art great art is whether or not it's enigmatic. So I forgot to turn my phone off, everyone. So sorry.
The controversy suits its purpose.
Of course, gives him great press. But yeah, it's a very enigmatic piece for sure. For sure. And he has made statements about it. I invite folks to look that up. I think he was basically trying to convey her love and support of her husband. And it is really the first sculpture where she is the main focus and not he. But that's also conjecture on my part, my opinion. I'm not sure about that. Today, our focus for our artwork is going to be hands. So I want to share with you a slideshow that we've seen in the past about hands. And I'm going to run through it very quickly because I've shown it before. But whoops, I have to open it first. It is a really great reminder for those of you who are veteran students of mine, and a great intro for those of you who are new to this class. To learn how to draw hands. And then we're going to do our own drawings of hands. So here we go at this slideshow. Again, I'm going to run through this quickly because it is a repeat. This is a pencil drawing. So you can achieve this kind of realism with just pencil. Do I expect people to do this today? Absolutely not. I just want to show you that it is achievable. Today, we are practicing how to draw hands. Another beautiful sketch of hands. I want you to notice the use of shading and dark and light. That's how you can achieve the three-dimensional, more realistic quality that many of you like to achieve in your drawings. So this one is done in charcoal. I'm showing it to you because you get an entirely different effect when you use different media. This artist noticed all the little wrinkles and crevices and lines in the hand. Noticing detail in anything you draw will help you to achieve realism in your work. This one is in pencil. You can do your work in color today, should you wish. This one is less detailed, but it is still quite realistic in nature, and I think very beautiful with just a suggestion of three-dimensional shading. So this one, I believe, is with the media Conti crayon. We have that here today, and those of you who've never used it, I can show you how to use it today. Notice the beautiful dramatic shading in this one and the bright highlights with the white on the heel of the palm, near the wrist and around the fingernails and the bottom of the fingers. So this one's a digital image. Again, this artist noticed the lines and crevices in the hand. In this one, look at the length of the fingers. Not all fingers are the same length. Notice where the thumb is in relation to the pointer finger next to it. Notice how long the pinky is in relation to the finger next to it, and so on and so forth. That really will help you when you draw hands today. I love this hand because it's arthritic. So you want to also look at the hands you're observing today and notice the shapes of the joints, the wrinkles around the joints. Notice those details. Again, beautiful shading. All right, so this one is really helpful. There are parts to the hand just the way there are parts to the human body. There is the part of the hand that the fingers are attached to. If you can see that, basically a rectangle that the fingers are attached to, and use that as your starting point. And then that pie wedge where the thumb is attached to the finger. And then the shape between the joints of the finger, you have a basic diagram for the way the hand is formed. And here's a more simplified diagram. Those of you who want, you can find these diagrams in Google. You just Google simple diagrams of the human hand. And you can do a light sketch of this kind of schema first, and then start adding details afterwards. Again, this one I think shows the hand much more accurately because it's not really a rectangle. It's more of a shape with a point in the middle. So there is that frame to start with. And notice the way the knuckles of the fingers line up. But Alina's taking a photograph of this slide. So those of you who are here, if you like, if you want to remember this picture, take a photograph of it. Those of you at home, you can take a screenshot.
Already did.
Good thinking. Great minds think alike. Actually, on my hand, they don't line up. What does that mean?
You could do mine, but.
I think because I have arthritis, so it must change with age. And the other thing to notice is notice where the fingertips are in relation to each other. That's very helpful as well. Notice where the top of the thumb is in relation to the knuckle, to the finger next to it. See relationships in the parts of the hand. And then this is the final picture, I believe. I just wanted to show it to you for its beauty. All right. I also have today, for those of you so inclined and who are here, I have handouts of different hands that you may use. You can use them as starting points to copy and draw a larger picture, or you may use them to color today. Any questions? There's also today for media, pencil, charcoal, soft pastel, paper of different sizes, regular pencil, and a tool called a stump. And you know what, Laura? Maybe I'll do a quick demo if that's possible today. I hadn't planned on it. So we may be doing a short demo, folks at home. And after I complete the demo, I'll put a picture up. Your choices today are to use these, draw your own hands, draw an image of hands from your smart devices or a picture I put on the screen, and have fun. Drawing is our focus today. Any questions? All right, folks who are here, why don't you get materials that you need while I set up for the demonstration? And I'm going to unpin myself.
What are you demonstrating?
I'm going to show how to use the different media and how to use the stump.
Okay,
Margot,
thanks.
you're a veteran of that. You don't need to. There are a lot of these pictures. You don't have to fight over them. Going to repeat the demonstration I'm going to do is to show you how to use the different materials that we have here. Demo, I'm going to Oh, I forgot there are oil pastels. It's not very many, but few. I'll be out of your way in a second. Consider it. You are definitely a wordy snake. You have a way with words. I so. Front row, back. Yeah. That's the front row. Good. Thank you so much, Laura. All right, so first I'm gonna talk about the shape of the hand. I'm not sure I can do it. So the back of the hand, which is really starting to have this, I don't know what to call it, kind of a rectangle, maybe kind of like a trapezoid. You can use that as your starting point. But very lightly, because you're probably not going to want to see the diagram. And then you want to kind of look at the length of the fingers. Do it quickly and lightly. Should have had a sparkly line contour today. Everybody looks so sleepy. Remember, start with a sketch. You don't really want accuracy now. You're looking at proportion. These two fingers are the same height. See that? Not on your hand, that's yours. The ring finger and the pointer finger are almost the same height. We have anomalies. Susan, you and I have arthritis, so it's twisting our fingers, changing the shape.
I've read that, there's a statistical difference.
Men's and women's hands.
Men's have a shorter index finger, it's a fast from the,
Okay,
than the ring finger. Women are more like, same ring index and fingers. And, also getting that. So,
okay,
yeah,
so
there's
depending
there's
on
something
the amount.
biological going.
Yeah, higher levels of testosterone can cause a longer.
Love this class. So cool. I don't know if folks at home heard that, but it seems that the amount of testosterone in your body determines the length of your ring and pointer finger. So look very closely, but look at those kinds of relationships. You can measure and see where the fingers align. You can also look at where the tip of the finger is in relation to the knuckles, or where the knuckles are in relation to each other. Use them as guiding tools, measuring tools to figure out how long the fingers are. Okay, and then try and look at this distance, this negative space, for how far apart the thumb is from the rest of it. I am not looking for 100% accuracy today. I want folks to just start to learn how to look at and learn from what they're seeing. I don't want perfection. I always say if it's perfect, it ain't art. I wish you would believe. Alright, so you have a basic light sketch of where things might go. You can work on this, you can change it as you observe, you're gonna see different things, right? So now you wanna think about the different materials you might wanna use. If you are a beginning artist or you're feeling insecure about doing drawing, I would recommend you just use pencil. Pencil's great because it's soft, you can blend it, you can use it for everything you need to do. It's great for doing detail like the wrinkles around your knuckles. You can press hard with it. It's great for doing shading because you can use the side of the pencil. And you can blend it with your fingers. Or you can use this tool, which we call stump and stump. This is just tightly rolled paper. This one's covered with charcoal. You can clean these. You wipe it off. Patient. But you can blend with the stump tool. Use it. Look at where the darkest side of the hand is. Underneath. You can actually draw with some of these stumps, they're so dirty. And you can start modeling and molding what you see in front of you just by using shading. So, pencil is one tool. You can also use charcoal. Charcoal is a lovely medium because it spreads really nicely. And again, you can use the stump to blend. Always start light and get darker as you go. It's much harder to eliminate, but if you start with dark line like this right in the beginning, it's much more difficult to get rid of a heavy dark line like this than it is to blend something pale to make a mistake. Beautiful dark line, but I wouldn't start with something that's dark and defined as that. You can actually draw the entire hand with no lines at all. Just use shade. The other tool, the other media that we have today is called Conte crayon. Oh, and I'm sorry, charcoal can also be used as a media for drawing lines, as well as on the side. For softer medium. You can make it very dark. You can also use paper towel for blending, and so on and so forth. If you want to use color, we have two options or three options today. Conte crayon is a wonderful tool. It's not as soft as soft pastel and a little bit harder than charcoal. And you can use it on its side, like charcoal, which makes it lovely to blend. And you can also use it on the edge to create lines. If you're working on your hand in color, it's a nice tool. Pastels, and you can also blend colors with this. You can use one color on top of another and blend. Soft pastels are just really wonderful if you're trying to create different skin tones because they're so soft and easy to blend. Charcoal, spelling, any questions? I prefer drawing towards pencil. So I think you have enough information to. You're using graphite? Yeah, I'm using graphite. Is that a graphite pencil? It's a charcoal. Come on, everybody. So Laura, we're done with the demo. When you get a chance, I'm gonna put a picture of the screen. If you're drawing your own hand, put it in a comfortable position. You get very tight. If you try and hold it and have it hold. Everyone for your attention, especially people here who are 19. Don't know. Moment, we'll put a picture up on the screen. It's a copy if you wish. I always say drawing from real life is the best. If you are comfortable trying to draw your own hand, please try. Do not draw from your imagination now. It is, it's just impossible. Especially if you are beginning art. Prior to your technical assistance, always. You went to the Nick Cave show at the Jack Shaman Gallery. Did you like it? It's supposed to be very exciting. It's at the end of the world. Something on the platform. Many weeks ago, was it? We looked at Nick Cave's work. It seems like ancient history. Last week? No, I think it was a few weeks ago. So it is on a Nick Cave, an artist we just looked at recently, and he is African American, so it fits with this month as well. He is showing at the Jack Shaman Gallery on, it's not Elizabeth Street, what's this? Lafayette Street in the Village. I mean, Soho, it's Soho, I guess. The Lower East Side.
Next to the Brooklyn. Very.
Yeah, close, yeah, well. It's Soho. I would call it Soho. So let me find a picture for us to look at and not these. I want to. I'll take a drawing from the slideshow. Oh, no, here we go. And I'm able to see this picture. Anyone at home able to tell me if you can see the picture? Everyone seems to be off screen at the moment. Well, what?
The other one was really small.
Is this one okay?
That one.
It's a little blurry, but Sorry for all those phone calls. They were from a dear friend who's now 94. She started texting me and calling me at all hours and times.
What does she need?
Sorry,
What does she need? You find.
Rochester.
That's not Florida.
Florida, 94?
Yeah.
Naples, Florida.
That's where my parents are. They love
Down
Florida.
94?
Where my parents went, and
They
it
acting.
was a big mistake.
Really? Why is that?
They removed themselves from other friends, from family. I am resolved to not do that.
Yeah, they social.
Yes, absolutely. I've met everyone who comes to these classes. It's the smartest thing you can do.
Oh, I know. I love that they would not support that.
I was in particular, best thing. Yes. This is like opening up my whole world. Good. It's a scientific, proven scientific fact. So many people. I sort of walked in this best exercise for a candidate. Remember that the fingers fan the bottom. Not skinny. Excuse me, everyone. Remember that I didn't talk about this. The fingers have volume. They're cylinders. They're not sticks. So they're round. They're not skinny and thin. This is really done. No, it's an interesting thing that your tongue. Sure, I'm correct. And the way you have your thumb positioned, I can't see the nail at all. So you might want to eliminate your fingernail in that sketch. Lovely. Remember to blend the shade. To make it look 3D, you don't want to have an edge to your shadow, because if there's an edge, it flattens it out. I'll get you a stump. Oh, I will get. Yeah, that is. I like the strong, though I don't want it to stop. But if you're going to do a second one, notice the descending.
Yes, correct.
At home. Everything is home.
Yesterday. I will continue with the wrist, with the wrist. I will make the wrist. You're doing very well. If you have remember to blend. Be right back. Remember to blend. To the bar. Don't bear down. Just do it. Don't press. The size of the. beginning artists tend to obsess about the nails. Try not to dwell on the nails. Just the suggestion of an outline of the nails is really all you need. Don't get hung up on the nails. This is beautifully, beautifully done. I could suggest that the fingers are, even though you're very long, you're a pianist. Yes. Watch for the space between the fingers. And then I would make the fingers a little line wide. I love how you're noticing all the details. Very nice. Thank you. You're welcome. So blurry. Yes.
Yeah, I'm tracing. I'm not sure. Just look at the paper. The paper. And I read two, and I thought, I can see through this.
Nice concept. Now maybe. I could draw some lines around it. Somebody finds that.
Yeah,
Hold on, maybe this one. I'll find it. These folks at home. Robin, you good? Robin, can you see this picture? Yes?
Yes, I can see it. It's great.
Okay, good.
I'm actually working on it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's breathe deep. We don't want perfection. Well, that is the, of course, you want to define the shape of the hand. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just a little bit darker. Yes. Maybe we'll do red ones here. Oh, so you do that. This is coming like. I see that. I love that great color. Thank you, Dawn. Now, Diane, it's not gonna be like that every week on the butt. No, I get it. I get it. This looks good. 5 minutes. You might want to think about the background too, shading behind the hands as well. Very nice. Wow, look at this. We're in a row yesterday and today. How did it come? No. Don't be afraid to put story. The woman in between. The story, good. Yeah. You want to spread the shade and realize it's still the most black. Blend it in. Good. Especially eyes, the eyes are really hot. I mean, I like this drawing, so I don't know if you care, but still her
Yeah, yeah, mine.
fingers are. And the mouth. But otherwise, it really captures it.
The way she looks.
It's a daily facial. Could be the lighting too. The photos probably touch.
Yeah, we know.
Filler,
She's
filler legs.
She's so done. Look at the wrinkles. With the lighter. Yeah, yeah, here's mine. Now the two.
She has that face that's good or
But she
not.
looks, you can see that. Correct. Doesn't look like a botox.
She's amazing. Oh, it's staying balls or that. Friends with. Right. Oh, it's okay. No, now. They did the TV show. Oh. Yeah. Where Warhol should speak. Sarah Walker show. So it's insane. She travels still all over the world. My cousin, my uncle's. Was part of it.
That's
Yeah. Takes time. You need to work slowly. Carefully. Learning new skills. This is beautifully done. I want you to revisit the thumb. To me, it reads a little bit wide from here to here. This looks too thin to me. Cut this in a bit. It's further out. This line is further from this line. So this line, you made it in too close to this one. Make it come out. Really good drawing. Again. Now we criticize even our hands. Come on, folks. This is ridiculous. You're beautiful. Okay, notice. Actually, you did pretty good. Notice where the fingertip is next to the line.
I wanna convince
So
you.
you notice this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
too wide. I would bring it, little bit. Very good. Yes. Very good.
You're on. Well, she never knew that maybe it's on.
So, little long. Yes, now you got it right. Yes. Finish. Back to that area. Maybe define maybe the dark areas, you can make them a little darker. Nice. You know, you don't want to, but one suggestion I would make. If you don't mind, you might want to use it dark. Emphasize. Rest of the in the background, yeah. Like it's a bit of shading around. Yeah, like that. It's stronger. Yeah. I think so. Then. Maybe. I love the contrast between the drawn and.
What's up?
I can. And I got old eyes. Robin, you good? Goody. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love how you blended the red down. Very.
Well, I was thinking of the varnish as well.
Aha.
Good.
Boy, this class is going fast.
Did I talk too much in the slideshow?
No. You have 12 minutes till dinner. So I'm noticing people who've worked in this class for a while, you're getting way more confident than you used to be. Right? Am I right? Really? I hope you know you're more confident. I don't know. Yeah, that's well. Do we want to share or do we want to work? Let's review on that. Top of the gray it's very interesting. I'm gonna make that's dark and light, very extreme. This kind of drawing is so relaxed. Maybe they're not quite so far. And it's similar, though. Maybe some of them are lighter than others. No. I think you should keep working on it. Are you looking at the actual picture though, or you're making up? But I mean, this is, the Michelangelo. Just the baffle thing, we should be looking at that. This is just the outline. You're making up the How do you know what the shadow actually looks like? Right here.
I think the micro into that. Really, yes. It is. Oh, yeah, this is teacher. I think there.
So you should look good.
This picture, I will see, I'm doing
No,
this all.
It doesn't matter.
That showed how much I do.
But you're kind of making up what the shadow looks like, and you can't do that. No one can do that. You have to look at the actual thing.
I know, I
to
will
help
not
you.
shadow. But a good look. Good enough, that's good.
No, you have not messed up. You're doing very well. But try and find this picture on your phone. I just Googled Michelangelo sister shadow.
I know, I can spell. Thank you.
You're welcome. Look at you, Susie Susie Q. This is a terrific drawing. This thing. You did great today. Be very proud. Would you like this? It's just for the impression. I'm really good and interested. Not the word.
Bingo. A museum too.
Bangkok.
No, not Bingo.
Van Gogh.
Oh, Bangkok.
Bingo.
Amsterdam?
Yeah.
Where? Amsterdam?
Where Martin appeared.
Yeah.
Who do you like better, Van Gogh or Michelangelo?
Michelangelo. Oh, the ceiling is. Did you see that? No, Bingo. I don't know. I don't like Bingo. No, it just. Michael and that was all with ceiling. And now the picture is like, don't know like about big pile, like Roman empire, family. That's the picture. So it's hard to get it a lot. Yes. I am. It's more like
It is. There are a lot of tourists. A lot of tourists.
So all the thing actually goes to the 2 hours and why. They do all the thing.
Well, his brother's long gone. Well, it goes to the Van Gogh Foundation. It runs the museum. Yes, they both died young.
I'm saying, brothers' wives, is the men now, I don't know, if they kids, if you want kids.
I don't remember if Van Gogh's brother had children. I have to look that up. But Van Gogh's sister-in-law is the one who made Van Gogh famous.
Yeah.
She was a business girl.
Right.
Without her, there would be no Van Gogh legacy at all. She was an amazing human being. She was great at marketing couture.
Did you see the paper recently? They found a Jingles art, it ended up in what to sell and sell for $50. So somebody know that art world, they brought it and they made into the films.
Yeah. That was a lucky person.
Yes.
Great drawing. Are you happy and proud? Yeah. So good. I'm thrilled. Woo!
We gotta see it.
You're growing and learning and just terrific. And it is time to clean up. Raise your hand if you want to share today, please, so I know. Not a resounding. All right, let's see how quickly we can clean up and what time we have remaining, we will share. So it's time to clean up, everyone, please. Quick. Vite, andale. Gotta clean up. Not time to leave, but if you must, see you next week. Time to clean up, please. Oh, I like this a lot. Like this a lot. I have nothing to say. Yeah, you want to crop this.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these things are spending. Right. You know,
I don't want to think about it. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Dan, it's already cleaned up. Yeah. All right, as soon as we're cleaned up, we can share. I'm going to stop share of this picture. Alina, you're done? You got it? You're finished? Okay, I'm going to stop share of this. We'll see you soon, maybe Friday.
No, see you again.
My goodness. Excuse me, folks.
No.
So Robin, you would be first for sharing today. We're doing at-home shares first.
Well, it was really hard to do, so I just did the hand.
Hold on 1 minute, Robin. Folks who are here, shh, shh. Excuse me, we are starting to share. So I would like to keep the noise down. And Robin, you are, wow.
And then it was the first one, and then this was the second one. So a
Which
little
one do you like
easier.
better? Which one do you like better?
This one, the second one. It was a
Okay.
little looser.
Okay.
It's hard to get the feeling, I could do the fingers, but the hand and having it feel like it was really part of the fingers, it was hard to do, but
Do you
fun.
start with the palm of the hand first, or did you start with the fingers first?
Fingers.
Aha, you might want to reverse that process. And next,
Okay.
start with the palm of the hand and then add the fingers. It might be easier for you.
Oh,
But they're
good.
both really terrific drawings.
Thanks, Liz.
They
Thank
show your very strong style, and I like the quality of your line work very much.
you. Oh, thank you.
Well done.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And if you work more on them, please send me JPEG.
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to go back to me. I guess, is this me now? Oh, here we go. And nope. Let's do this. Okay. Let's start on this side today. Diane, come on up.
My first sketch here, I have never ever sketched in my whole
I
entire
love this picture.
71. Well, I'm just kind of focusing on the Billie Holiday Strange Fruit has been going through my mind since the beginning of February. And
Back a little.
sure. And
Step back, then people can see more of the picture.
like I say, the Billie Holiday song Strange Fruit, if anybody's familiar with the lyrics, it basically, that's what the red bracelet means to me.
Good.
Okay.
So
Right.
strange fruit. The strange fruit are Black people who have been hung and lynched.
Right.
Very nice.
Okay. And
Well,
also
you
with
were
this-
very
and
involved
this,
with the concept.
yes, and this was actually happiness that a divorce finally came free at last. Because I always interpret red as love, so it's loving myself back, you know, so. free at last.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you for your time. I
And
appreciate
art
it.
is a wonderful way to express your joy and your feelings. Awesome, Diane.
Thank-
Judy, come on up. Self-love is a wonderful thing. Wow, look at
this
Judy's.
is,
Very, very accurate and real looking. Well done. I like that you did the background. It's really, really made your drawing stand out so beautifully. Great proportions in that hand, too. You should feel very proud of this.
Yeah,
So you are copying Hank Willis
Yeah.
Thomas's print
yes,
of the fists.
yeah,
Well done.
thank you. Great.
Perfect for African American History Month, for sure. Long history of the protest movement in African American history. And the civil rights movement. All right. Oh, you did more. You added to this beautifully, Yako. So Yako did her own hand, including with her jewelry, which I love, the originality of that. Beautiful drawing. And then she added the fist as well.
Yeah.
Bravo. Power to the people.
Thank you.
Wonderful. This is so good today. All right, Alina is next. Also with the peace sign and her own hand.
Inspired by Thomas, I did protest and victory based on my hands though. And I'm gonna have to work on the victory hand.
Very cool.
Now
I
I'm
like
learning.
your dark and light contrast, very striking.
And probably I'm gonna do the victory hand the way he did it, half white, half black.
Wonderful. All right, Lindsay, are you sharing today? Not today. I liked your drawing. Vrinda? Vrinda, are you going to share? Not today. You're going to share, right? Good. Look at this fabulous drawing. Really, really beautiful detail and accurate proportion. Beautifully done.
Thank you.
Daniel? I'm really happy and proud of this group today, including the people who opted out of sharing. You worked so hard today. All right, Daniel's, yours is about love and detente and coming together, right?
No.
No, okay. What is it about? If you want to share.
That's what you think. I just did what I just practice hands.
You were just
but
practicing hands. Well
but
done.
interpret it what you want.
Okay. That's what I love most about your work, Daniel, is the enigma and the interpretation. What and
No,
you've
no.
chosen a very difficult subject, though.
I-
Hands clasped together is
Actually-
difficult to draw.
Actually, no. I don't. Like I said. I don't like to be. I don't like to be pretentious and be the kind of the guy who say I represent this, I represent that. Over representation it can get tiring.
Okay. Your work's not pretentious at all.
I'm not talking about the work. I'm talking my goals.
Okay. Well, good. The drawing is beautiful, right? Am I right, everyone? Excellent drawing. And I like the way it's on a diagonal. It's really a powerful composition.
Hmm?
Well done. People are taking pictures of it. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, do what they want.
Okay. Yes.
And also, how could I say? Hey, I wanted to do more old people hand because that's more challenging because of the wrinkles.
Yes. The beautiful wrinkles. You earned.
Maybe I should draw your arthritis hand to break the mold.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, Daniel. Exceptional work. Thank you. Ken. So Ken has gotten very creative. Do you want to talk about it for us?
Okay, so I'm not really drawing so much as I'm, amusing myself. I was looking at the papers and the type of paper and the quality of paper, and I thought, hey, I can see through these papers. Then I overlaid one of these photocopies or wherever they are with another one. And then I thought, that's kind of an interesting blend. So then I kind of stapled it together and I started tracing the hands instead of drawing them. So I partially, faintly trace one set of hands so that I could kind of see through the paper. And then I just kept going and I put that paper, those two papers stapled to another piece of paper and then staple that to another piece of paper. And I followed Liz's suggestions about adding another hand here and another hand there. So I ended up with two more hands on top of the four that were already there. And then I kind of like the shadows that the papers were making against each other. So I try to reinforce that by adding more layers of things. And I thought this might be a good place to crop the photo, but then I wanted to add another hand like Liz suggested. So I ended up with this kind of three-dimensional layering effect. I'm thinking now. I'm wondering, like, what if this was in different colors of papers, like brown paper, lighter paper.
Yes. I think this should keep growing and adding things to it.
Okay. It was kind of entertaining. I didn't do that much drawing though. It's like tracing, and the hands, I just trace it around my hands, with a pencil.
But it's very cool. All right. Thank you, everyone. Bravo. Well done.
Thank you.
Impressive work today. And next week, we will look at another great African-American artist. I will send everyone's been getting my emails, I hope. I will send you another email in advance. I don't recall who the artist is right at the moment, but I will see everyone next week. Have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. Stay warm and happy African American History Month.